Well, hello guys and welcome to Showtime TV and also to my YouTube channel. My name is Washerage Konyo and today we are going artistic, manze. This is a day where we are going to talk about art, and you know that art is broad because we have visual arts, we have creative arts, we have audio arts, audio and visual arts, exactly. But today, as you can see on display, we have beautiful portraits, and of course that will tell you that we are going to look at visual arts. And as you can see, our guest is a very young man who is the mastermind behind all this art that you're seeing here. So today, sit back and relax and let us learn about visual arts. Please start by introducing yourself and tell us what you do.
Amazing. Thank you so much for welcoming me and hosting me.
Yes.
My name is Victor Mwendo, known as Art Victor. I'm a visual artist. Yeah, as you've heard, we have so many types of art. We have poetry, we have martial arts, we have drama, we also have graphics like this one, and yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah, sure. So maybe we can start by knowing about your background. I'm sure people are interested in knowing this young man. When did he start? How did you discover that you can actually draw? What drew you to drawing?
Wow, I think art began while I was a kid. Yeah, it began while I was a kid, and I started off by doing some crafts when I was a kid, having the scissors and doing some cutouts. And there, as I grew up, I also interacted with a lot of colors and tracings, paintings, but I didn't get a chance to explore all that. So I grew up, just studied the 844.
Yeah.
Shukuru sana inaisha. At least it's now we're having something like CBC.
But still in the 844, you know, that time I'm sure you're very young or maybe you're not born. When you were kids, sisi millennials, we used to have art and craft actually as a subject being offered in school. So maybe when you joined primary school, by then it had been script off by the government. But I'm thinking that they're going to bring it back in the CBC. It's actually there, isn't it? So you had so many paints around you. Do you have like your parents or your guardians have like paintings, like a painting background, something?
I think we just had one painting at the house, and it really inspired me. But I had a lot of colored papers and manilas while I was growing up. So I used to do a lot of crafts. Then growing up, got to high school, found out that I was in Machakos High School. That is it. Then I found that they were doing art as a subject. I tried it in the first year. Then kidogo ikakuwa ni kama inanibeba sana. Parents were not happy with it. So I had to drop art and did French instead. Your parents are not happy that you're doing art? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know there's a generational gap. There's a generational gap. I'm thinking that, I'm thinking it's actually good that also our parents get enlightened that, you know, as generations go by, things are changing and they should also start appreciating stuff like art. And in the past, you could tell your parents, I want to be a photographer. They'll be like, mtu wa picha. They want you to become a doctor or a teacher or something. But anyway, so you've talked about crafting. Maybe people don't know the difference between art and craft, because there was art and craft, but now tell us the difference. So art is more of like drawing, or please explain the difference.
So actually, it's very easy. Like utaingia YouTube, DIY. DIY. Do it yourself. So that is a summary of what crafts are. Crafts are things that you can do so easily. They can be done by anyone who is willing to do. But art is more unique. It's a thing that is also a talent. Crafts, you don't need to be talented. You need to really get to watch a few videos and know a few tricks, then there you go. Then of course get inspirations. For example, you know how a certain house looks like, and maybe it has some sort of a shape, you just go craft it out. All right, so tell me now, how are you able to incorporate the colors? Did you like go to school and learn about the colors that you know when I draw this lemon right here, the background kikwa green, it's going to make the image pop out. How are you able to learn about the colors? Since I understand that in tell us about your university degree. Amazing. So I'm in Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. Currently in my 4th year. I'm doing geomatics and geospatial information systems. That's basically surveying. Yeah. My degree, as in nothing. Okay, it has something.
Yeah. Don't say it has nothing.
Yeah, it has something to do. But art, yeah, I just get inspiration on. I'm traveling to the field, also taking my time with people. Just traveling gives most of my inspiration. But about colors now, of course you start by learning the primary colors.
The primary colors, red, blue, green. Oh my goodness.
And yellow. Yes. Red, blue and yellow. And green you will get it from blue and yellow, mixing and all that. Then now on how to get your picture really pop out and what color to use in the background, which other color. Thing that I've learned from photographers.
Photographers.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you can mention one photographer you've got an inspiration from.
Of course, I know the photographers that I've been working with. Like Vince shot it. And check him out on Instagram. Like photographers have done a good job in studying of colors and getting images really pop out.
Yes.
So on contemporary colors, that is what I've been learning on from the point ya photographers. Nilikuwa nikistudy pictures zao sana na shots. Maybe unaona tu an eagle is just about vile tu hiyo moment ali capture inakuinspire pia ku create your picture from his context ya colors zenye ametumia.
Okay, so I can see that you have a picture of a past president here, and I can see that you have like painted the fine details, even his wrinkles, his eyes and stuff. Can you talk about a little bit about shading? Because people normally think that shading is just, you know, scribbling stuff, but they don't know that there's a way that you're supposed to shade the hair, and there's a way you're supposed to bring out the contours and all that. So maybe you can talk about just a little bit about shading, and of course you can tell us about the equipment that you use, so that if there's somebody out there who aspires to, you know, to do art, they can know which paints can I use, which brushes can I use, which pencil can I use, what type of shading can I use. Yes, kindly guide us briefly.
Okay. Let me begin with this. This is a pen art, so that means I used a pen big to be specific, not sharp pointed. The other one.
Yeah, I know there is also HB.
That's a pen.
That's a pen.
This is a pen.
These are pen. The pencil. Okay.
So on this we have different types of shading. That is cross hatching. You have single stroking, double stroking, and that is stippling and all that. So maybe to highlight, let's say for example this edge here, we have some single strokes. We have some that have used a cross hatch that is around here to get the texture of the skin, and also had some stippling to also get the details of the eyes and also the skin pose around. I also did a lot of scribbling on the hair and also used a white pen to get a contrast of the same.
All right. And the eyes look they look real, completely. That's supposed to be, this is very, very good art. So what about the lighting?
Okay, the lighting, we have simply shadows and light parts of a paint or a portrait like this one. So you just focus on, like this one I had a reference photo, so you just look at the darkest points, that is like this, and you know where we have highlights. You also have a contrast of a white pen where we have highlights. Then where we have dark, you just shade more, shade more.
All right.
Like just shade it more. And on pencil, the same thing applies. Pencil you will use, though a pencil that is, we have charcoal and graphite. You have a wider range of things. You have like HB, 6B. Yeah,
let's talk about the HB. HB is the one that is for even writing, right? So there's a 6B, which is like the darkest, the one that is used for shading. Is this a 6B or is like the...
We have 8B.
8B, yeah?
8B is quite good. Yeah, it's quite good. Then we have a 2H that is used for sketching, so that it doesn't leave marks.
Yes.
Yeah, after your sketch. Then you are just shading from the HB, adding layers. You layer your picture, having the darkest points getting in touch, and also having like an eraser to also find the highlights on the picture. Then you can have even a mono eraser that is it has a very sharp edge, like for a pencil. Yeah, then you have the details also put in place. Like
all right.
Same.
Okay, what about the paper? Before you go to the painting, what about the paper that you use?
Okay, we have different types of paper. We have Faber-Castell, we have ivory paper. This is what I have used. Also, some other people use Manila and such stuff. But ivory has proved to be quite good for me.
All right. Okay, so let's go to the painting. Tell us more about the painting.
So painting, there are different types of paintings. Yeah, we have
look at these guys.
Yeah. So we have different types of paints. That is, we have acrylic, oil. Yeah. Basically, those are the ones that I've interacted with. And these ones here are acrylic paintings.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done with water-based colors. That is what we mean by acrylic. We have also watercolors, but watercolors are not as thick as acrylics.
Okay.
They're also not shiny as acrylics.
All right.
And oil are also oil-based from the name. Then mixture of colors, tunaanza tu pia kwa primary colors, secondary, tertiary.
Okay.
Then lighting, get your reference photo or also your perspective, which message are you trying to convey.
Yeah, and you know that art is imagination. Or you put it on paper, you paint it, or you shade it, or So where do you get your inspirations from? Do you get it from Pinterest? Apart from photographers, do you get them from Pinterest? Where do you get these ideas? Do you just imagine, oh my God, I'm going to draw like a lemon dropping in water, or just like get these images, or you just start drawing and then they just pop?
I think the world is full of inspirations. Like my life. As an artist, kila time ninakuwa na that eye to everything that is happening around me.
Yeah.
Like even right now, the whole lighting here can just have a certain picture going up in my mind. And
I hope you do. I just hope you do it.
So apart from Pinterest, I also work with my camera on like around the streets. So notice to a funny move or anything that is quite it is worth taking. I just have a photograph of the same, have it in my gallery, then someday I'll just have a site to do it as a painting. So
do you look and paint, or you just have it in your head and just paint it?
I do both. There are pictures that I've done from my mind, but I do a sketch and have it in my rough book. Then someday I'll now create a painting from my sketches that I've done from my imaginations. But also I also have work with like a reference photo. All right.
Okay, that's okay. So the tracing part of it, because for me, if I have to do the painting or the drawing, I'll have to do tracing. Can you call that art, or is actually like copy pasting? If I like take a giraffe and then I just sketch while tracing, is that still art? Is that still legal? It's just a shortcut?
Okay. There's been an interesting discussion over time. Simply because you also have people who do big pieces and they use a projector to sketch. So they just project the picture there and they have the outlines done in few minutes and they get to work. So I think I have a two-sided opinion that one, it's okay to sketch, to trace, but while we were growing up, nikipata mtu ana sketch map nilikuwa tunafeel like unfair.
Because you're struggling, you're trying to apply your skills, but this one is just doing it so easily.
So up to today, nimekuwa tuna struggle nayo ku acknowledge that.
Yeah, same here.
Stress tuna
manze, alafu unakuja unanizia ati yako like 5,000, but you traced. This is what we actually want as buyers. I know that this one is not traced. This is somebody's skill, pure skills. So tracing, unless if you trace a sketch, but then you do the painting, that one is not.
That's the other side. Nimekuwa nikiona cause ukimuuliza atakwambia, I just did the outline. And work begins after the sketch.
Yeah.
But again, you think it takes a lot of time to sketch. It needs a lot of skill to sketch.
Exactly.
So I think I'm still trusting my process. I do not stress my things.
Yeah, you are
doing it.
definitely.
Even for caricature, what will you use to really
exactly. Exactly. So how much time does it take you to make these portraits? Like for example, this one, how long did it take you?
This was a quick one.
Oh, it's that easy. Damn, guys, it's called humble bragging.
No, of course, yeah. You know, artists know it. They look at this. Okay, I did some good work on the eyes.
Yeah.
But I feel I could have done better. Have taken more time on this.
No, it's perfect. For me, it's perfect. It's so good. See, it's really nice. Like this is like imagination, and you just you got it from a book or a picture.
It has a reference.
Oh, it has a reference, but you did it so well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this took almost 50 hours.
Okay. Wow. 50 hours.
Yeah.
You said 50 hours. Those are like 2 days. Yeah. More like 2 days.
Yeah, but of course I don't do like one span of 50 hours.
Okay.
So when I'm tired, I just take a break.
Okay.
With my piece.
All right. So guys, you stick around so that you know the costs per paint, because I know there are clients who are waiting to hear about the price. But then let me ask you, what is the impact of art in human life? I mean, what is it supposed to do to human? Like when I look at the painting in my bedroom, what kind of feeling is it supposed to bring? Like, you know, museum to paint, and there's a kind of feeling you want them to feel. Tell us about the feeling that is associated with art.
Wow. Art is very necessary actually in communicating emotions and such stuff in a room. Basically what art does is it creates an environment. An environment that I haven't found photographs to create. So for example, hata nikikuwa na ndimu kwangu yezi hang kwa wall for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah, I yezi hang for a while. And in as much as I love lemons, the environment, the feeling that I get every time I take that fruit can only be expressed by a painting.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you take a photograph of the same, I mean like a painting.
Yeah, you just, like for me, I love avocados. So if I have to paint an avocado, even an artist, I think I'll have so many portraits of avocados in Githeri, wild cat. So yeah, I understand.
That stuff. So that's one. Like art is meant to create an environment. For example, nature, when it's outside there, maybe you cannot plant a forest in your house, but you can have a painting of a forest in your room.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot. Actually, that's true. Yeah, you can be like, I love looking at, you know, the Amazon and stuff, but you can actually paint the Amazon and put it right there.
Waterfalls and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like a therapeutic and stuff. Yeah. All right. So tell us about the markets, especially in Nyeri, because I know that well, in Nyeri, art is not all that appreciated. Guys will look at your portraits and be like, oh, this is nice, but they won't buy. So maybe tell us about the market, even outside there. Do you like sell your paintings outside or within Nyeri? Maybe you can tell us about the market.
Okay, the market for art, I believe we have been creating it. We have been the ones groundbreaking Nyeri. I don't think whether, I know I've heard that there are some people who tried doing art in Nyeri before, but that's good. It didn't work out, of course, unfortunately. But what we are doing is, when you keep feeding the people or your target market with whatever you're offering, even if it's not now, over time, I know they will appreciate it. Yeah. So that has been it. And since we're also pushing to create this brand and to be really big, we have been selling in Nyeri and also outside Nyeri.
Outside Nyeri.
Yeah. And also we cannot limit our market to Nyeri.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even if we are doing it in Nyeri, it will be more profitable and more wide. When we have people who are also traveling to Nyeri to have some paintings from Nyeri.
Yeah.
So that is our goal, and that has been our vision and our focus. Currently you're not doing bad.
Okay. You see, the thing with Nyeri is more of like rural, urban. Yeah, there's that part of Nyeri that is rural, and there's that part of Nyeri that is urban. So I do appreciate Generation Z, because you're the ones who are now coming out with such things. Because now if you during my time you go tell your parent that when you umeniambia tu kaniambia, you went to your parent and then you told them you wanted to do art, but they couldn't understand that this is actually the thing. This, you know, art, what else, music, this is the skills are the ones which are actually bringing people up. So it's good that also our parents out there, please know that the world is changing, and people have lots of skills. If your child has a skill that they want to showcase, let them showcase it, because it might take them somewhere. As you can hear, he has done surveying, but almost all his time he does art, because we are all gifted differently by God. God is a God of diversity. All right, so now this is modern art, right? So traditional art, I could see people painting using feathers. They could put like ink somewhere and feathers and stuff. So how has technology changed the art today?
Okay, this is not really modern art.
Oh, okay. Please tell us about modern art.
Modern art is basically what they call digital art. That is using like softwares to do your thing.
Oh yeah, graphic designs and stuff.
Yeah, and also people do digital paintings. They do digital portraits.
Like
Apart from clay, like what? Creating logos.
It's okay.
See.
Nikuishi Nyeri.
Like creating logos. So apart from this, like people also use like styluses and creating portraits like this one, but fully digital. Also, you have AIs that have come to generate like paintings. Kudos.
So guys, which one are you going to appreciate? Are you going to appreciate the digital art, which is, I think, is easier than the traditional art, because this one will take more time. Anybody can do it. But now the real art is, now this is traditional art. So this is traditional art. This is purely from hand, no computers, nothing. So ask yourself, which art should we appreciate as an audience? I mean, I think this one is more of, you know, it's basic. It's not basic. It's more, you know, detailed. Yeah, because for modern art, and I'm not saying that those people who do digital art they are also good, but they should also embrace the traditional art.
But also we are also embracing it. Like we cannot really like sema hizo VR hizo sijui AI generated stuff. No. We also have to see what they have to offer. Yeah. Then after you see, maybe it can be an inspiration now to do your piece. Is
it like competitive, like when you check?
Easy change.
Easy change. Art ni art too.
Art ni art.
Okay.
Insecure about it. Good job to those who are creating it.
Yeah, exactly. So apart from paper, I can see that your t-shirt is also artistic. Man, everything about you is just artistic. So do you like do art on t-shirts or clothing, and maybe you sell? So can somebody come to you and tell you, I want you to brand my t-shirt using your art? Do you do that?
Yeah, we do that. But what we do is not graphic. I have somebody who does for me the graphic. Yeah. Okay. Then now for t-shirts and like jeans and such stuff, we customize them using a painting. Like we also have t-shirts that we have not really branded, but had such a painting on it.
Oh wow! But you use different, you know, paints and stuff.
Fabric paints.
All right, the paint festival, guys. I think I posted it on my timeline, and there's Nyeri have a paint festival, and guess who's behind it all? Victor. So tell us about the paint festival. How did it go? How was the response? What inspired you to start it? There's so much I'd like to ask you about it, but just say everything in general, everything you'd like people to know about the paint festival in Nyeri.
Wow. Okay. What led me to start a paint festival is because I had already begun art classes in Nyeri, and they were not really doing good. Like people would come for 2 Saturdays and they are gone, or others would maybe come for a month and they are like I don't have something to hang on my wall, like to show people I'm doing art. Yeah. So I was like, okay, here is the solution. So we'll be learning art for 3 consecutive Saturdays. And on the 4th one, we'll have a paint festival. That day, I'll create such a canvas, have my paints like on set, everything is provided, then I help you create your own piece. To, like, have something that you can hang your on your wall to show people you are doing art also. So that's how it came up. I had the first edition, that is in April. Yeah, this year, April. And the first edition had like a turn-up of 10 people. It was really good. That was...
Oh, that's like, good, right? Yeah, you can...
Yeah. I didn't expect that. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, really?
I didn't expect 10 people. Because classes, maybe I would have like 7 to 10 people. And they were not consistent. So even the 10 people, interestingly, they were none of my students. Like, they were people who were interested in it. So I was like, okay, so even this thing is not for my students.
Yeah.
So I used to advertise it, and it has been happening the last Saturday of each month. That is once a month. After I do 3 classes, I have the 4th one is a paint festival. Then,
so maybe generally what happens during the paint festival? Do you like teach guys there? Do you like give them paintings? Do you tell them to come with their own stuff?
What happens is right now it's a sip and paint, but it remains a paint festival for the sake of the name is unique. Yeah, so the thing is when you come for the paint festival, we have canvas, paints, pencils, everything that you need provided. We also have a guy with the drinks. Then right now we are not having a common picture that we'll be doing, simply because of diversity and some people just need something simple. Other people come. Somebody told me to draw them, so I thought maybe I'll try it.
Yeah.
We allow you to come with your own picture that you would like to do. Then after you come with it, you have a set of artists. I am not alone. The Art Victor Gallery is a number of artists. So we actually help you do your thing like the whole time. So after it, we maybe have a spoken word to start us off. Then we get to distribute our pieces. That's the plain canvases, then paints on each table, then artists also go along checking what you're trying to do, what you would like to do. Then we help you out, and you also learn, like, next time you will come, this is how we find green, it's no longer primary colors and stuff. Then at the end of it all, we have a photography session, and that's it. So
that's it. All right, guys. Wow, you've learned about the paint festival, and there's still so much more that I'd like to ask you. So I think I'm going to take a short break because I can see my director telling me that I have 3 minutes to take a break. So stick around if you are inspiring to become a visual artist. This is the episode for you. This is Showtime TV with me, Washarage Konyo, and of course, Victor, the artist. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to Showtime TV, and of course don't forget that right here at Pumpkin House, that floor, we have a photo studio where you come and get your best photos. As you have had, art is the way to go, right? So we were on a visual arts, and of course we have Victor in the house. He's an artist. As you can see, his portraits are right here, beautiful portraits. So tuendelee na kuuliza. Sasa najua imekuja ile time ya kuuliza mambo ya cost. I know people are worried because you're saying that you have, I know you have plans, so maybe you can tell us about those plans, and then of course you can jump right into the cost of your paintings and of course your services.
Wow. So where do we begin?
We begin with your services. What are you planning to do?
Okay. What we are currently offering, that is as Art Victor Gallery. One is art classes every Saturday from 10 to 1. Yeah, that is for kids and also for adults. Cost 200 shillings per class. Very cheap.
How many hours or how long?
That is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
10 a.m. to 1 p.m. 200 shillings?
Yeah.
And where is that?
That is at Inspire Library, that is in Farmlands, opposite to Amutia.
Oh, in Pembetatu, right?
Pembetatu.
Okay, all right. So maybe are you planning to maybe start these art clubs in schools and stuff?
Yeah,
or
sure.
Do you go to individuals and train them too?
Yeah. Currently we have an academy, that is what I'm calling art classes. It's growing up, and most probably in the near future we are going to have an art school inside. But before then, we also have art clubs that will begin in high schools and also in primary schools around Nyeri. That is most probably in the next 2 weeks we'll be on set. And next year, when they resume, that's when we're gonna begin.
Okay.
Then the other thing that we offer is that we also supplying art supplies, that is paints, pencils, everything that you need to do art, including canvases. We also do the stretching for you and everything. Then thirdly, it's the paint festival, of course. We're having the next one coming up, that is in Deck 8th and 9th. The other thing that we do is art exhibitions. We began the first one last weekend. That was on 28th. We did the first one and it was fantastic. So if you need paintings for decor, or also you need to really have some paintings for gifting people, we're having an exhibition, and that's not only for Art Victor Gallery. We're also inviting any other artists around Nyeri, around the neighboring counties.
Even from all over the country, right? Don't limit it. All right. Yeah, let me just ask, I don't know if this is a stupid question. I've never gotten it. Like now, for example, when I look at your art, I can see that this is an orange, a lemon, drop in water. This is Kenyatta. That is a man, you know, like it's a vehicle and two men. But now, these rich people paintings, like the ones that are like normally auctioned for like $1 billion, you just see an image and you're like, okay, what is that? Can you like explain that kind of art that is, you know, it's too expensive, but we ukiangalia you are like, is that a fetus? Is that a
okay. Art is wide. Like, we have also abstract arts. I think abstract arts ni art yenye ni colors tu zimecheza nazo, but we explain nini exactly kwa, but it has a meaning and a feeling that is bound to the art. But I think people should understand why people price their pieces. So that is one. Like for example, this would go for 1,500. Why 1,500 shillings? Yeah, in as much as it has the story, I'm not selling the story to you. Yeah, I'm not like if you would like it to have a story, the same piece would go for even 5,000. Like,
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it has a lot that it comes with, and also we have pieces that have appreciated over time. For example, like the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, the Mona Lisa.
It of the same, I cannot really sell it
the same way
because that piece has appreciated over time, and also who has done also the piece. So also people buy the name behind the piece. Yeah,
exactly. It's like if you hear like a local artist is coming and then there's Calligraph Jones, or the people pay more to go and see Calligraph. Oh, I get it.
Someday the same piece. Sell it for billions.
Oh wow. Okay, Miss Someday, all the best. All right. So behind us we have tires. Yeah. So that's still art, right?
Yeah, this is also.
Okay. Creativity. So you can actually take anything and just paint it and make it look good. Like I normally see people taking bottles and spraying paint and all that. That is still art. So art is wide. It doesn't have to be with color, brushes and pencils. And then there's this one I saw on America's Got Talent. A lady was using sand to like draw on a piece of I don't know, a glass or something that she could create a story. What kind of art is that?
It's still visual art.
Oh, visual art.
But this is what we call mixed media. We also call things like mosaics. And mosaics and what are the rest? Yeah, mixed media and mosaics. Those are the things that they do. So it is also art. It involves a lot of creativity. You are now going beyond whatever is the normal. Actually, art has no roots. That's the only rule that we have in art. So
it has
can do anything.
You can do anything with art.
Your idea.
All right. Even nail painting is still art. Can you do like painting? If I tell you like, you know, just paint my nails in these colors, can you still do it?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I love big
tattoos.
Like tattoos are okay. Yeah, but I just don't love painting small things. These ones I really struggle. Just love big things.
All right. So somebody is doing tattoos, somebody is doing nails. That's still art. That's still art. Wow. All right. So maybe you can tell us your social media platform. There's somebody wants to reach out to you and be like, I want to meet Victor. I want to talk to him. So maybe you can give your social media platforms
so
and maybe your number.
Yeah, my number. Okay. My number is 07 4670 4613. 074670 4613. And that's the same number that I am on WhatsApp with. Then I have on Instagram, that is at Victor Gallery, Facebook at Victor Gallery, Twitter at Victor Gallery, TikTok at Victor Gallery, then YouTube also. I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you train people there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we also having our progress noted there. So then, what else? We're also having our website, which is upcoming in the next 2 weeks, guys. It will be still at Victor Gallery. Stay tuned for the same.
All right, so maybe you can tell upcoming artists what's your word of advice?
One is don't be discouraged. Okay, only you knows what is behind your art, how you feel while doing art, or why you wanna do art.
Yes.
That's personal. Like nobody should tell you anything. Listen to people. Listen to people, but know what to take. That's maybe it's how you work out. Like art is promising. Art is good. Just do it. And also you will need a lot of patience. Like that, I must tell you that you will need a lot of patience to pay. The other thing is also kuwa diligent bana. Fanya kazi yako.
Exactly.
Usikuwe lazy. Kuwa lazy pia malipo itakuwa lazy.
All right. Oh, good. Oh, that is so good. Wise words coming from a young person. As you can see, in Nyeri we are talented. Kama uko talented Nyeri, kuja hapa Showtime TV tukupige interview so on what you're doing. Thank you so much, Victor, for being part of the show. And we appreciate your art. It's really, really good. And I hope God is going to take you far and far and farther and farther. And then we are going to be seeing you on big screens and be like, oh, that's Victor. It started off right here in Nyeri, and I'm sure it's going to be an inspiration to so many artists out there. And of course, in Nyeri, let us learn to appreciate art, because as you can see, it's giving, it's paying, there are people out there who are very passionate about it. So let us appreciate. Ukipata portraits kama hizo huko nje, nunua. Or at least take a look at it. Don't just, like peep. Take a piece like this. Ask about it. Let us learn how to learn. All right. So thank you so much for joining us today. For today's show, it has been inspiring. I'm so happy that you came today. Make sure that you catch other episodes on Showtime TV and also on my YouTube channel at Washirage Konyo. I have been your host, Washirage Konyo. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one.